Hey, happy Saturday. What's going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Look at, Tim. He comes out the gate. There you go. Hold on. Let me get this. Everybody, if you're over in X, jump out. You can.
Is that live? Is that live?
You can check out
live
Tim's,
because people are claiming that already.
Get the map going. You got the map too. You can do both.
I got the map. There it is.
There you go. Get us off. You can take us off. You all in
here
there,
it
man.
goes. Boom.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I don't hear no fireworks.
We need some fireworking.
What's going on?
I don't know what I would do without producer FOMO.
Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, look. We're almost 10 away. 10 away. Oh, you hear it? That is fireworking.
I know AZ's.
We just started off.
Oh yeah, right out of the gate. You know that one was released at 8 p.m. on the sharp. Today I had to wait a few minutes at 3 o'clock for.
How do you switch it to make the other one bigger?
I don't know. I just click all the buttons until it happens.
Until it does it like that. There we go.
Yeah, but they can't see that one because I'm up top. Let me. I'll John. Because the live button blocks the top.
I'm gonna refresh. Maybe you see mine. I love when they go zooming out, man. And zoomers.
Drink up. I just.
You see Arizona. Look at that. Oh, look. When it just before it comes up there. And check it out. Look. There it is.
See him working back there.
Oh, you got some here in Texas. There you go. Let me go back to yours, Tim. Oh.
You know, when I did last night, the South America was off the chain.
Right.
It was crazy how much they were sending out last night.
Downloading the app, getting the firework and go. Love it, man. Louisiana, Texas. Looks like they're doing their thing, man. I like it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to zoom in. I like zooming in. See what we got here. Oh, it's the wrong computer. We'll zoom in over here.
There. Oh, see, Ecuador's live.
Yeah, oh, wait. I can go over yours if you're there. Is that you? Oh, there it is. Wow. Every day is the 4th of July here. You guys know that?
That's right.
Every day.
Ray, every day is Independence Day when you're on Web3.
That is true. We need to dial in on that right there.
How you like that? Is that okay?
I like it.
Independence Day. Every day.
Every day is Independence Day.
Web3.
You're stuck over there, so let me go back. Coming out of South Georgia, Panhandle area, right? Looking good. Looking good. Get your check-ins in. Get your stamp collecting in. Hope everybody's dialing in. Going on over on X. Oh, it's really exploding down there. Oh, let me close it out since I got the stamp. I can make sure I'm on X here. Yep. Right so. Well, yeah, let's get in. You get some comments. Let me see here. Get back to the top. Naomi, good to see you. LFG, let's go. Craig, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty and hungry. That's right, Craig. It's a great day. Be fireworking and getting that going. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Comments. Oh, well, I'm down at the bottom again. Dan, I'm ready for another great show. Let's go. Yes, you are down south. That's exactly what they say. Sabina, good to see you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, we try to give you some good stuff with the Web3. And it's only going to get better, Sabina. Got great stuff going on here. Happy Saturday. Good to see you, Ariel. Appreciate you. GM fam. GM, Michelle. Drink up. Oh, there he is. Apex. The Great Migration. It is. We moved to Web3 from X to YouTube, right? We migrate. We kind of bounce around. Sometimes we go monster mobbing, right? You get over there doing the monster mob, doing your thing, getting in, showing love to other communities. That's good stuff. Thank you, Monsters, Wide Guy, for all. Yeah, thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Always letting us know what monsters are minting. The code is live over here on YouTube. Let's go. It is. Tim's profile pic is the code. Happy Saturday. Give me the 411. That's right. We will. Right now. A lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the Bitcoin ETF and then jump right into some of the monster stuff that's obviously continuing to blow up and do great things. Cheers. Evelyn, to my favorite. Appreciate you. You're our favorite. Thank you. Thank you. Saturday night. Let's go, boys. That's what I'm talking about, Jason. Drink up.
Like drink up.
Drink up. There it is. Good evening. Happy weekend. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Floor. Let's go, fam. You the man, Josh. Good to see you. Monster Mob. Yes, it is. That is the term. It is great. I love it. I'm bullish on Monster Mob. Morgan Townsend, drink up. Watch the fireworks. That's right. Thank you, Morgan. Antoine, hello, Rail Light Sniper, FOMO Head, and Judge Monster Hope. You are all doing amazing. And hello to the yes. Hello, Antoine.
On the map.
Look at the connectricity, Antoine. Look at that. That's nice. Love it. It's good stuff right there. Drink up, Robin. Thank you. Thank you. You can't stop the mob. You cannot. Monsters are built differently, literally. And that's in a lot of different ways, right? So right on, bro. Good. And drink up, Night Owl. Yes. Hashtag drink up. So yes, it was blowing up. You're still turning blue everywhere. Very crazy stuff. And look, we're flying through the chats. So yes, thank you all for the chats. We're going to get into it. So I'm not, we appreciate everybody kind of throwing some words and love in there. So let me get back into here with the brand and get into what we want to talk about today. What do you guys got? Do you guys got anything before we jump into it? Make sure you get
look at the map again, Ray. Look what's going down in South America. This is what they did that this morning. Look at those guys.
That's in the water.
That is crazy streaming out there.
Click that one monster that's in the middle of the ocean.
This guy?
Yeah, what is that?
That is Marina.
Galapagos. Oh, that's the Galapagos. Wow.
Nice. They're doing a lot of work down there. Look at all that glow going on.
That is. It's lighting up.
They're still sending out the GM.
Look at Florida getting some of that, cheesing up on some of that stuff, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I love it, man. That's great. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
They're working hard down there.
Yes, they are. So yeah, did you have anything you want to touch on before we get started or not? Look at mine. Here, I'll just show you mine real quick. Look, you could see the streaks out everywhere, right? It's cool to see coming out of the state, different little cities here. But I love South America, and they keep lighting it up, bro. You know.
Look at it's funny. You can see this one going straight for Galapagos. How you say it?
A tracer.
There he goes.
There he is. There he goes. But that is it's cool, isn't it? Always getting
200-year-old turtles.
Hey, is that Galapagos Islands right there?
There it is.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, FOMO Head. Yes.
Hey, I know who owns that one. I know who adopted that one.
Oh, okay. Good one. Because we were just talking about the Galapagos Islands up there, right there now, absorbing GMs. He just did.
Boom.
Look at it.
And the glow.
Glowing.
It is. It just, Tim was tracking it.
That is the capital of Galapagos Islands.
Oh.
Because Hatsack, the one and only, is going to go scuba diving there.
Oh.
She is going scuba diving, yes.
Oh, I recognize her.
Yeah, that's you. It kind of looks like the Phoenix monster a little bit. Look, that's his cousin.
That's his cousin.
Vincenzo.
So good get. I love that. I was wondering out in the middle of the ocean. Beautiful place. Good get, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, for Hatsack wanting to go scuba diving with the turtles. That's what happens.
Love it. Love it. So, one more time, put the QR code up pretty big, Tim, and then we'll get into it.
Hey, do you remember that? That's too much FOMO. Hey, do you remember that thing I sent you, Ray of Light, where you told me to send you the link?
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Stats for numbers. Like until you understand the numbers,
right?
You don't understand the numbers.
No, absolutely.
Like they say it out loud, and then when you understand the numbers, you're like, you have to be kidding me.
Yes, and I wish was that a tweet? That's what I was asking you. It
was a what do you call it? It was a what do I normally watch?
Well, just bring it up. Say what you were saying. Don't be a
twig. It's not a tweet. It's not a thing. It's I forget what I watched on it, and then I
It's like
snapped
a
it.
meme.
No,
Post.
forget what. No, it's Instagram.
Okay, Instagram.
Like
Yeah.
an Instagram thing. So I sent something to Ray of Light today because I like to send things when they interest me. I sent you 2 things today, didn't I?
You want me to pull it up while you're talking about it?
Yeah, I could snap it.
Well, I got it right here. I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. Just show it if you want.
So let me. It's right there, and then let me put mine up. There it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Let me pull this down there, Tim.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right there. I'll read it to you. It's interesting because I had to read it like 3 times. The United States government the Federal Reserve printed $6 trillion in 2020 and put that into the system. The average annual U.S. salary is $60,000. That means 100 million years was stolen to the American citizens. They'll never recover that. 100 million years were stolen. $6 trillion was just printed out of nothing and just injected into the market. And the average person makes 60,000. So you do the division. It's 100 million years of productivity and labor gone.
Well, just saying that.
Yeah.
Just saying that, John. I mean, is it's impossible. It's crazy, right?
Yes.
That's why that's why, and we're only talking about 6 trillion, right?
Yeah, that's why we do what we do.
That's why we did.
You know they're going to be printing more soon anyway, so it's crazy.
Well, again, we know it's 33 trillion total, 34 trillion, right?
It'll never be paid down. They're just picking the brick or a block or whatever you want.
Never know, because like I said, what's cool, why we like for me, why I love this space and why I do feel maybe hopeful about that kind of stuff, because financially we're a train wreck, right?
Yes.
But in this digital world, right, it's infinite, right? I get we have finite materials in this IRL world, right? There's so much wood that you can build houses with. There's almost this finite stuff. But let me get the fireworks off here. But when you do that, you have just a certain amount of material to get going here, right? Well, that's not how it is, right? We're doing things over here that is there's no amount that you can't when you're talking about digital space, the ideas that are in there, these blockchains that are kind of rolling out. So I'm starting to see a path now, John. You know what I mean? And
talk to me, Ray of Light.
Well, you are with everything, with the technology, with AI, with robotics, with all of these type of things. That looks insurmountable. That looks like an insurmountable type of odds that is pretty difficult. But I agree that they probably would more, definitely switch over to this type of system, right? And maybe reevaluate the dollar's value. And as you're coming in from the fiat over to this digital space, I agree that would be some kind of a whatever they do, their numbers, however they do that. Again, glad. Oh, did you see that shoot from south?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
That was quick.
That was quick.
He's got some fast missiles down there.
That was down there moving. But yes, there's going to be some difficulty for some. But that's why, again, we've been trying to warn people, tell people this is what you need to do. You need to get over it and start migrating in this space before whatever they're doing. Right. Well, I don't know how it's going to go for them, but that's the point. Right. So kind of crazy, man. Good stuff. I thank you. Did you want to share the other one too, or no? Did you have any?
Is that one more medical?
Yeah, I think it's more medical. You'll stick with it.
I don't know about that one. We'll stick with the financial.
That's right.
Well, it's the same thing you and I talk about. You just have to be in life. You have to have your 2 ears and your 1 mouth. It means you need to listen twice as much as you speak. You need to be observant. When people, they talk about things, they're like, oh, I didn't even realize that. It's just learn. Just keep on growing.
Yeah.
Just listening, growing, it's just pretty amazing. So,
well, and you can hear things from people that you might not, seriously, all I heard is all about experts and all kinds of different things. They're not turning out to be too expert there, John. It turns out to be that they're train wrecks, right? We are tired of it. And that's why we have that thing, enough is enough, right? They have misguided us very badly. Okay.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a calm phrase. Mr. The guy with the first name with F, the last name with F, you've misguided us. Mm, yeah. Mm,
Mm,
merm.
merm.
Yeah. I'm tired of the misguiding with no accountability. That's
Well,
one of the things in this country. There's very little accountability just for the us little people.
you
The
know
little
the thing that
people
we say all the time, John?
uh,
DYOR. Do your own research. We say this
absolutely.
all the time. And in the crazy world, right? They want you to tell you, no, shut up and listen, right? What? I mean, any of us can read, we can look into things. You should be curious, you should be looking and trying to learn every day. I'm not that kind of guy, right? I don't think a lot of us, our audience, obviously that kind of people, right? We are different. We're built different. It's good. We're more about the liberty and freedom and what all of this kind of space provides. It is. I'm not going to be misguided anymore, John, and that's kind
That
of
would be. I'm with you, Ray. Ray. Me, DJ Firefur. I'm with you.
That's right. Well, I don't know who DJ Firefurk is, man.
That's right. He's
You
like
know,
Satoshi.
he's like Satoshi Nakamoto. Come on, John.
Yeah.
I was just like blessed to be able to give him some music. I was like, dude,
And just so you know, I just want to remind Sniper, I had to throw away the ice cream cake, Sniper. My blood sugar went a little bit high, and it ended up in the garbage.
Well, that's good, John.
One way.
Just let you know, I threw it away.
So let me get in here. Let me jump into, because this is what we were going to talk about. But we had the alpha of monsters and their portal opening, right? And I was going to talk about, because it was a big day, but we had a bigger day. Seriously, the Bitcoin ETF and all that goes on with that. And you hear a lot of stuff. It's funny that people are expecting it to be $1 million, right? Some people after this ETF drop, and again, any of us, we knew that, right? Everybody kind of had an idea, but there are people that are like, well, what happened? Why did it go down? Well, we want to talk about this. You mentioned this the other day, Sniper. You were talking about the God candle, or this is another thing called an Omega candle. Have you heard of this Omega candle?
I have recently.
Okay.
Last couple days,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is, and it's this guy Samson Mount.
It sounds powerful.
It's very powerful.
You want a candle, and you're in the house, and you want maybe a scent of cinnamon. You don't ask for like one of those other candles. I forget what company it is. You're like, I like a Omega candle of cinnamon.
That's right.
That's what I want. So yeah.
Well, what I see there is a perfect storm. So the Omega candle is like the lighthouse.
Oh,
it's just gonna light up everything. You know?
Well, he's there. You guys are on it pretty much. But this is what they're talking about. I mean, because he's going to explain this $1 million thing, right? Because everybody thinks that's ridiculous, right? Come on, that's dreams, and it can never happen.
That's crazy talk.
It is crazy. That's what they say. It's crazy talk. There's no way, right? So this is the thing that I'm going to go over. And listen, I'm not telling you that you're going to understand and know all of these things. You don't need to remember the recursive demand shock. I just want to go over these concepts of any of these, right? And then imagine them all hitting, right? Like this guy's talking about. These are all the effects of what you're about to experience with Bitcoin, right? Because it's a big deal. And we've touched on this already several times. The ETF ad campaigns, okay? As we go through this, I have everything that's up here is about this list right here. And I won't come back to this anymore, but those are the things that he's talking about that's going to cause this Omega candle. And the Omega candle is Bitcoin popping to $1 million, right? It could be, who knows? It could be fast. It could take a bit, right? You don't know. You don't know who comes in. You don't know people that live over in the maybe the Middle East and they have all this oil money. I don't know. Who knows, right? A couple of them coming in, a couple of countries coming in. You got all this stuff with the ETF. A lot of stuff could all of a sudden just come bum rushing this whole space, right? Because it's there now. It's available. So getting into this, the ETF, and we've seen some of this already. Okay. This is something I already mentioned. We talked about the $4 billion on the first day. Then obviously it went up to $7 billion. This is where we were talking about, the numbers of just the first 2 days. It hit 7.7 billion, the ETF, right? Coinbase over the counter, Bitcoin trading volume, 7.7 billion, right? So, this stuff is all happening, right? It's just over here, right? This Bitcoin ETF, the battles, This is what I was talking about here. I don't want to. I'm going to play some, but these have like. Let me see if this is on Twitter. I don't know if I have to go on Twitter. Yeah. So I'm going to have to mute myself. So bear with me. You guys speak up and kind of fill that stuff. Let me mute and put this one up.
The ads are rolling out every day. There's new commercials, new ads that are rolling out by these big companies every single day. So it's not quite like there's a few of them that were kind of locked and loaded. I mean, first day they had commercials ready, but a lot of them, these commercials, these ads are coming out every single day. So I think you're ready, Ray. I'll let you roll into one.
You know, it's amazing to me the tremendous impact that the home computers have had on everyone. And yet it seems that people I've talked to say that it takes you longer to do something by putting it into a computer and calling it up again than if you just kept simple records yourself in the house.
Still muted, Ray.
Sometimes it does take a little bit of time, patience, and getting people to understand. How long have we heard that, right? Way too difficult to be in self-custody, right? I'd rather just stay on Coinbase. Yep. I mean, I think a lot of us heard that. That is absolutely true. And again, these are all commercials that are going to start coming out and making a big impact, because that's going to, you know, help people have this understanding and concept of what is really going on over here, right? This is another one from Hashdex. I'm not going to play it, but then again, this was all 2 weeks ago, and then of course, there you go, the Bitwise one, right? You know, that was, everybody was playing that, but you are going to get an influx of ridiculous amounts of Bitcoin love, right? Changing the whole narrative. So that's the ad campaign that's about to happen, right? And they're all going to spend a lot of money. You're going to get 300,000 financial advisors pushing Bitcoin to all their clients.
Do you think it's going to outpace the drug ads where, you know, it might have side effects where you might grow a tail or, you know, grow hair out of your ears?
That's true. You never know. Maybe Grayscale or some of the other ones that didn't do too whatever with their thing. You know, who knows? I would like to see, because there's going to be a battle, man. Like what was cool is the Kathy Woods and ARK Investment, how she really got the lowest rate, right? Smart woman, right? Good for her. We'll see, right? She's still not up there at the BlackRock and the Fidelity and those kind of status, right? But still, Grayscale, was it the Grayscale was the one? Was it the top one?
Grayscale was first, yeah, but BlackRock has the most.
Yes. But
money.
yeah, I mean, these are we're going to be seeing more and more and more advertising, and not from the degens or the Bitcoin maximalists, right? We've been seeing this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to see these type of campaigns rolling out, and it's kind of crazy. So the other thing, right, is global cryptocurrency adoption, right? Have anybody really looked at what all this is going on and most owned crypto? What is it? That's another thing, and I don't mean to jump around a lot, but I wanted to show that we were talking about it earlier. Why is Bitcoin bleeding, right? Why? Look at this 7 days, right? And why is it bleeding? Look at ETH up 14, Bitcoin down 2.9 in 7 days. This is the 7 day, right? But look at the Bitcoin dominance. Remember a couple days ago we were talking about it being at 50, right? Do you see it bleeding out? 2.5%. Already saw that, and they're moving out. And they're going down into some of these other. Look at it.
Yeah, you know, I was actually going to. I had that screen pulled up too. I was actually going to share it, because what you showed pre ETF launch was the complete opposite of this, right? It was a sea of red, and Bitcoin was all green. So now you see those people moving back into those assets. That's why you see ETH looking so strong. I mean, it's still, yeah, it had a little bit of a pullback, but dude, it's still looking very, very bullish. You know, it's because people made a jump from one asset to another. It didn't do what they thought it was supposed to do, so they moved back, you know. So,
well, they're trying to catch the run. They know. And listen, everybody, this is what we're talking about. And I'm going to end it with you know, obviously what our main alpha is, you know, the monsters and Opus AI. This is why we keep trying to tell you. That's what people are trying to find. They just don't know. They hear things. They get to read the website. They might find a white paper and they have confidence in it. You know, we're telling you because, you know, we're here. It's been here, been a part of the community. working with amazing people that are a part of it. It's incredible, right? That's the kind of stuff you need to find looking into the next bull run. And that is what all of these people are trying to do. When they're in here, because that's what everybody did, jump on the arc, right? The arc is taking off. The ETF is going. Everybody jumped into it. It didn't do it. It looks like it did the sell the news thing. And now everybody is kind of bouncing out and going back out.
The arc hasn't even moved yet. They just untied it. They're like, okay, we're ready to go, and everybody's dumping it. It's like, what's going on? They just said, hey, we're ready to go. Everything's good to go.
Yes, it's exactly right, and that it is funny. That's what I'm saying, everybody. You can't. Number one, we've never been traders, and I'm being straight. Like me in general, I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I've never been a trader, and I don't go in and out of things. I don't read charts. I don't have time for that. That's very stressful. I'm a hodler, and I believe in projects. And when I can be a part of it and help grow it and do things like that, I'm going to invest in myself, and I'm going to invest in the people that I think are going to go crush it in this space. So that's what we're doing. We did different things. We're hodlers and we're accumulators, right? I accumulate and I try to hold these things as much as possible because we know, again, where they're going. Not financial advice, but we know. Go ahead.
It's funny you say that, and I just want to jump in there. You said not financial advice, but the people that are buying into these ETFs are getting financial advice. They're buying it through financial advisors, and these institutions like BlackRock and ARK Investment and all this know where this token's going. I mean, the article Ray showed, multiple of them have said this is $1 million asset. It's $1 million token. And they're telling these people this. So this people that are coming into the ETFs, they're going to be just like Ray. They're going to be hodlers because of what their financial advisors have told them. This is where this is going. This is a long-term investment. Put your money in and let it ride, So the people that we see pulling back are the people that kind of FOMO. They're like, oh, this is going to be that Omega candle, and I'm gonna get rich overnight, And now they're shimmying their assets back to where they kind of had them. So it's just funny to watch. It's funny to watch. We've heard about the human behavior, but this is perfect case scenario. You actually get to see it, right?
100%, bro. Yeah, but the other thing is you're gonna learn a lot, right, by watching the YouTube show and over in Spaces and X and how Apex and Austin, all the things that they go through, our whole community, Sniper, Tim, FOMO. There's a bunch of people that know what's going on here. Well, all I'm saying is you can't treat these things like your ATM machine. That's what we kind of try to teach people is these are assets, everybody. And there's things that you can do with these assets to make them, make you money. Right. And that's what I'm saying. We're like, for me, I probably won't ever sell really many of any of these things. They're, like I said, we've learned DeFi and what you can do when you take two tokens, you put something together and put them in liquidity pools. And then that is your rewards, right? That's what you're doing. You have so much here where you don't want to sell them because guess what? You're out. You're done. Right. That's it for this. Then you got to go find something else and figure out it's going to go run up. We're not teaching that kind of stuff. We're teaching you how to use your assets that you're getting here, and they're increasing and they're doing great things, right? But a lot of them, sometimes they have utility, sometimes it does this and that and this. This is the kind of stuff that you need to learn about what Web3 is. There's a lot more than I'm going to sell it and use it as my ATM machine. That's not what we're looking to do here, right? So just saying, it's a very different kind of thing. We're trying to teach everybody what all of this ownership economy, what it is, what it looks like, right? So here's key crypto adoption statistics and trends, right? Only 33 million Americans own cryptocurrency in the U.S. Wow, right?
Well, that's nobody.
That's a wow, right?
That's
I mean, this is very a very strong economy, right? Even though we might not think it, very strong economy. Wait till you get 100 million of those jokers in here. Yeah, kind of crazy. Let's see what else here. Currently, the U.S. leads in BTC trading volume, globally about 1.5 billion. That's about it. That's it, right? Just the tip, right? Just the tip of the iceberg. Only 36% of crypto owners have Bitcoin. That's kind of wild, right? 25% of Americans who own crypto also own Dogecoin. Hey, see what I'm saying? Doge is all right. It's good. I don't have a hate for Doge. I like Doge. It's my buddy, even though I got hosed. But men are 2.8 times more likely than women to own crypto, right? And that's just sometimes, and this is not anything, but it's normally built in us. Guys, more risk advert. We're a little more crazy and adventurous. We do wild things, right? That's a normal thing right there. So that's just how that goes. And then you look, these are the adoption rates of the countries: India, Nigeria, Vietnam, Australia, Ghana, Singapore, Hong Kong, Venezuela, Brazil, Indonesia, Philippines, Colombia, Kenya, Malaysia, and there we go, finally, United States. There you go, right? But up there, you're talking about India, 29% adoption rate. Yeah, wow. Nigeria too. That's why I love, African voices that we do with Kareem. Great stuff.
I
Seeing them,
got an Indian monster.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yep. Nelly.
There you go,
Nelly's
man.
from India.
But here it is, the full thing with Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, and ADA. And that's anyways, either way, Canada is at 3% Bitcoin adoption, 5% for the U.S. Very much lower for ETH, right? That's why the next growth is really going to be in ETH. It looks like it. Argentina, Australia is big with Bitcoin, and then you see down here Ghana, 11%. Like I said, Nigeria, 13%. Very good to see different countries. They're gonna do very well, right, as this all continues to roll out. But yes, I just wanted. This is, like I said, I'm just going over adoption rate, because back here, like I said, I'm not going to keep popping back here too much, but the adoption rate and things like this, the halving, the nation state adoption, right? So let's get into the halving, right? This is going to be a little quick chart. I don't want to spend too much time, but it's interesting to look at, right? The Bitcoin halving, I'm not going to talk about. I think we all know about it, right? There's going to be less Bitcoin mined when it happens. Okay, so Bitcoin halvings. Here are the key events, right? January 3rd in 2009, this was the Genesis block, right? This is when it started. 50 new Bitcoins, 10,500 or 10,500,000 Bitcoin came out, right, between that event. That's how much came out at the very beginning, okay? And then the first halving started. Here we go. 210,000 block number, 25 new Bitcoin, and there you go, half coming out between the events. That's mined out, everybody. The miners are doing the all the calculations, securing the Bitcoin blockchain, and they get these rewards. And these rewards are being cut in half. Okay. Second halving on July 2016, 12 and a half new per block reward. Okay. And I'm just jump down. Here we are. This is what's coming. Look at the number compared to this 3.125 Bitcoin per block reward. Okay. This year, or the next 4 years, 656,250 Bitcoin. Okay. Do you see? I mean, this is going to be kind of very ridiculous. Hasn't ever been an asset like this on any of this with the ETFs. Very different. Like again, Michael Saylor says, thermodynamically superior asset. So that's what we're looking at with the halving. Okay. Now, I just want you to read this, because I'm going to show you. I do research. I don't just throw these things out because these people tweet this stuff. I literally found the Bank of America PDF that calculated this, right? I'm not going to go through the 50 pages, but I will show you that I found it. Okay. Let me just zoom it in a little bit. This is the B of A Securities. This is their own document that is 50 pages of all Bitcoin, right? And this is the guy who just tweeted what I was just about to show you. This is where he got the calculations from. So this is Bank of America, very large financial institution. That's what they've been doing about Bitcoin when they tell you that it's all garbage, right? So if we use the conservative Bank of America multiplier for BTC, Bitcoin, of 118x, where the market cap of BTC Bitcoin tends to increase by $118 for every $1 invested. It required 58 billion to be invested into Bitcoin during this next cycle in order for Bitcoin to reach a $6.7 trillion market cap or $320,000 a token. I was just talking about what there's almost 7 billion just came in with the ETF just these first 2 days, right? Again, I'm not giving all this hype and getting all excited, but I'm telling you, there's all of this. It's really not dialed in yet, right? When we talk about this Omega candle or this God candle, all of a sudden, I don't know. I'm not telling you it could be overnight, but I could tell you it could happen very quickly, right? And then you're like, what? And there you go. But that's what it's saying. For every $1 invested, $118 is really its recognized thing for market cap in Bitcoin. Kind of crazy, right? So again, that PDF, I can put that if we get comments in the comment section. You want that? I can give you the link. That is the actual thing that they went through. So he would come up with that calculation. B of A Securities, B of A Global Research, Bitcoin supply is artificially scarce. Demand drives prices. No good reason to own Bitcoin unless you see prices going up. Our Bitcoin ESG read low and E, whatever, there. So go through there. Like I said, they got all this table of contents, what they're going to talk about. But that's where he got that. Bitcoin primed for a supply shock as exchange balance drops to 5-year low. This is, again, definitely something we've been talking about. The Bitcoin balance on exchanges. Now, when we talk about exchanges, you're talking about things like Coinbase, Genesis, Crypto.com. Those are centralized exchanges. They're the ones that hold your Bitcoin. You do not hold it, right? Any of us that were on with our ledgers or we have Bitcoin wallets and you are in self-custody of it, this is where it counts, right? Because down here, this is around January, a little after January 20th, right? Maybe, I don't know, you're talking about May, I don't know, May 20th. This was the peak of all the Bitcoin being on these exchanges. And steadily, it's just been dropping and dropping and dropping. And it's the lowest it's been since probably 2018. So long time, right? That much Bitcoin is missing and off of there. And so that's why it's talking about this supply, shock. There's a lot. Other things. I'm not going to get into too much detail. There's other things too about look at all the Bitcoin that's lost, right, Sniper? I mean, we know a lot of people, FOMO. There's Tim. I mean, we talked about it many times. Remember the guy that does it? What is his ledgers? He's got one more try in it, right? You ever heard?
The guy? Yeah, he goes to his thinking rock because he only has one chance left as his password, and then all his Bitcoin and everything is gone.
I think it's over 6 million Bitcoin that they have figured that it's going to be missing out of circulation. Just locked up early. It's like law.
I have a personal friend whose wife threw out his computer 5-10 years ago when Bitcoin wasn't even talked about, right? But to clean it out, whatever. And he said he had 3 Bitcoin. I mean, how many people had like 3, 5, whatever, and the computer froze up and you're like, whatever, it was $15, back then. Yeah. Then they got divorced and he was like, well, honey, you get my Bitcoin. It's worth 120 grand now, but you threw it away.
Yeah.
So, but
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that had a little bit or whatever, and either they got a compromised wallet or they just, threw it away. It was on an old computer that froze up and died and whatever.
Well, even too, you're talking about this 3 million tokens haven't been moved in 10 years, right? You could maybe add some of that to be in some of the missed stuff too, but a lot of that, those people they're not going to sell. They know where it's going. Why would you sell an asset that has been going up at least 100% every year? It's going up 100% every year.
Right. Think about this. The more it goes up, the less people are going to want to sell. The more it goes up, the less you have to sell.
Right.
The funny thing is,
when you could
why would you
leverage the asset, just yield off the returns,
Yeah.
Right, but Ray plays the funny Interstellar video, like, don't buy that 10,000 Bitcoin pizza, right?
Right.
Because if you did buy 10,000 of them or 1,000 of them or 10 of them and it goes to $1 million, you go, all right, I'll keep 9. I'm gonna cash out 1 now that it's hit $1 million. But what is 1 Bitcoin gonna do to the marketplace? I mean, there's only 21 million. So I mean, the amount you have to sell is nothing, which still is gonna, keep the price high.
Yeah, like this right here, Tim.
It's 10,000 Bitcoin.
It's a shame. He was trying to stop him from answering the pizza door. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. But this is what we're talking about. Look, 19.5 million Bitcoins are out of the 21 million. Isn't that crazy to say? Everybody, it's out. So there's only, a little bit left to be out and mined. And, just because you're doing the mining and solving those, the mathematical equations to secure Bitcoin. That's why just thinking about it, everybody, that's another reason why the price kind of has to go up, right? Just saying, those miners have to be compensated, right? There are people who are using technology, using energy, doing that, right? So why would they do it if it's not worth it? And I'm just being straight up. I mean, you got to think of how all this works. It's amazing thing. Remember, Tim, remember when China dumped the the mining, and it all come flooded. This was amazing to me. If you really never looked at that, look at that time. What happened is China booted all mining for Bitcoin. You couldn't mine. It was illegal. Most of it all came over here to the United States. So all these different miners spit up. But what was amazing about the Bitcoin blockchain network is they reduced the difficulty, right, of the hash rates and all. I don't know the geeky stuff, seriously, but all the technology of solving those calculations to secure the Bitcoin blockchain, it lowered, right, when that happened. So the actual chain, it's like alive, man. It understood, okay, we lost mining power over here. Let's drop it down, right? So everything is good. So these miners can be compensated. And then when it all came over here to the US, it went right back up to where it was before. Amazing, right? Amazing stuff. And we have a pretty cool asset that's just as amazing. It's a pretty amazing token. So let me get back to this here real quick. Let me see here. All right. Spot Bitcoin ETF market projections and expectations, right? This is a huge landmark decision about this ETF starting to trade. It's rippling, like I said, through everywhere. And, we're here back in 2021, all-time high, around 69,000. Here we are. It did pump up to about 49, everybody, for that ETF, and then it just took a dump, right? But
did you say pump it up?
Pump it.
Gotta pump it up.
I know everybody loves that. It's a good song, man. Good stuff. But Bitcoin is about to experience a recursive demand. And all I want to show you is this is some of their trademark terms that they're talking about, right? These are things that they all think. If you start just putting 3, 5, 8 of them together, you're going to hit that $320,000 Bitcoin mark. You're going to hit that $500,000 Bitcoin mark, or you're going to do the Omega move, right? And you're going to get to the $1 billion or $1 million Bitcoin mark.
Ray, is recursive when you swear yourself out because you didn't buy it on the dip, the last dip?
Right.
Like you should have bought it on the last dip. So you recursing.
To yourself. Yes, yeah. It is. I think it is, Tim. I think that's why they trip. But yes, that's funny, bro. But again, I'm just telling you again, what's the dip? The 6-year exchange is missing on these things. I'm going to repeat myself, but I'm just saying that is a lot of what's going on, right? So let me jump to this next one. Oh, that's my Google. So here's why we're going to $1 million Bitcoin in days to weeks. He said days to weeks, guys. But this is a different one. We talked about max pain, okay, and it will be max pain for a lot of people, right? And I'm going to just kind of gloss over it, but really what he's saying, great for us hodlers, like Sniper was saying too. We're not selling it. It's all good. We're just going to use it to leverage and use it to get other assets and do things. But what he's talking about is people are going to be coming in and FOMOing in. They're going to be FOMOing in. They're going to be FOMOing in at 400 grand, right? 600 grand, $750,000. And then I'm telling you, just like all of these other cycles, it's going to move back down to 150 grand. But it's still $150,000. Look where we're at now, everybody, right? You're going to experience this euphoria, this bull run. I mean, I'm telling you, we're trying to explain it because we've done it before. We've been through all this stuff before. So you're going to experience this euphoria and be like, yo, I'm a millionaire. I did it, Ma. You're going to do that. And then all of a sudden, it's going to do its thing. And that's what he's talking about, Max Payne. People are not going to be all right with that, right? And again, what we've all realized, again, why we tell you that we're accumulators, we're hodlers, I'm not jumping in and out of assets. I've maybe done it twice in this space, right? And it's just because I had to get that feeling, right? But it was only in a little minor thing, a little minor asset. But you can't do that in the space. You can't jump in and out because there's a lot of volatility here. There are big moves up, down. We get 20, 30% moves daily sometimes when it's full on bull market. There are ridiculous moves in this space, and you cannot make emotional decisions. You can't do that type of stuff here, right? If you have confidence in what you're in, hey, it'll be back. We know we have confidence in the technology. That's again why we're so pumped about what we're doing with this is Web3. We're literally looking like that it's going to be a foundational thing to Web3, the ownership economy. Very, very amazing, cool stuff. So one of the last things I want to talk about, this is more of a financial thing. You remember this, John? John, you know this. What?
Yeah, quantitative easing.
Quantitative easing, right?
Yes, when the government, shifted their money into bonds and bought lower bonds to reduce the outgoing money. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, right. Quantitative easing is a form of monetary policy in which central bank, like the Federal Reserve, purchases securities from the open market to reduce interest rates and increase the money supply. So it's like they're buying it from the sale. Hey, you remember Three Stooges? Hey, oh yeah, you owe me $10. Here's $10. Here's $10. It goes around in a circle. There you go. That's quantitative. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, funny stuff. Just want to touch on that. That's the stuff you got to. But also, what everybody believes, the printing presses are going to spin back up. Obviously, we see the Fed is kind of doing a pivot. It looks like that they're not going to keep doing the interest rate hikes. Maybe they'll start, easing that. And the only opposite thing is what that is it's injecting money into the system. And that's why you see all this kind of artificial stuff, right? Artificial things and prices in stocks. You'll see it go bonkers in crypto. But again, no matter what, this is more of a store of value. People are going to come and flood over here because it's a flight to safety. And you're starting to hear big financial institutions say that, right? You're going to start seeing too gold bugs. Hey, I know gold did, it's doing a little well, but it's not doing like over here. People are going to start moving out of the gold ETFs into these ETFs, right? Would you rather gain 12% a year or would you rather gain 132% a year, right? They will see that, right? And that some of them will be doing that as well. U.S. accounting standards, board rules will reflect institutional crypto assets fair value. This is more of a regulatory thing. And I'm going to touch on it. This FASB down here, Financial Accounting Standards Board, they finalized the new rules on December 13th. The FASB is the organization that sets accounting and reporting standards for the U.S. generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP. Okay, so again, just more regulatory things. So, Michael Saylor, that's what he's popping out there. Fiscal year beginning December 15th. This upgrade to accounting standards will facilitate the adoption of Bitcoin as treasury reserve asset by corporations worldwide. So those are the things that was on that list talking about this amazing Omega candle. But again, we started off with this. I just want to show you again, that Bitcoin dominance, what you're seeing is people bleeding out and getting into this. And like I said, there's other things too. There are the bears and the bulls fighting the longs and the shorts. All of that kind of stuff is going on. But in the long run, zoom out. This is going to be a ridiculous space. The bull is here, and it's only going to get more strong. And again, you haven't seen anything yet. You guys got anything?
It's only the beginning.
Only the beginning. And the reason, like I said, the reason I go through these things is because, again, I touched on it in another show, is you kind of missed all that stuff, right? You missed it. If you didn't get Bitcoin back in 2016, again, we're talking about it going to 1 million. Really, if you're going to do this and you're going to get into these type of assets like Bitcoin, man, if it goes up to like $400,000, $300,000, and then it drops back down to 90 grand, you need to be ready. You need to be all right, because that's how this place, it's what it does. They are cycles. You can easily look at the charts and what they do. Again, I think this is very different, this next bull run. Again, my personal opinion, not financial advice. This is a different thing. It's going to hit different. You're going to have a lot more people. Like I just said, we went through the whole thing of how it's different, from nation states to institutions to you're going to have, all kinds of people that are, really going to get into this that have never been before. Look at pension funds, right? Look at the fire and police pension funds that need to get out. They need to figure out a way to get all that filled back again, right? Because I know not all that stuff is whole. Okay. So again, I think you'll see a lot of people that'll get into this and really kind of see, oh, look at that beautiful fireworks everywhere. But my point is,
Ray, I wanted to while you were talking, I wanted to bring up an old chart that we looked at a long time ago, which was the adoption rate.
It is a good one.
And when you think about what's going on, you have to realize, and this is a funny one, the electricity, how long it took to get adopted. Now everybody has it, right? A refrigerator took decades before everybody had one. And then you come down here closer to the end, the internet is like spiking straight up. And that's what we're talking about. And it goes up to 2005. But it was 2009 when Bitcoin was created by Satoshi. And it took a while to take off. But, when you look at this one, the cell phone, right? So here it is. The cell phone took off in the mid 80s with the bricks that everybody carried around, and then, shot right up like this. So right here is like, oh, you don't need a cell phone. I don't have to have one right now. And if you talk to anybody under 30 and they don't have a cell phone, they don't exist. So anyway, almost everybody has a cell phone and everything like this, but our Opus AI is on your cell phone. The app is on your cell phone. We're Web3 on the cell phone. So if everybody's got the cell phone, how much of a leap is it before you start using cryptocurrency and doing these kind of things on your cell phone, which is already in your pocket? So adoption is going to happen way faster than anybody can realize. So, whether it's Bitcoin, ETH, M2, or anything else you want to choose from, it's going to be on your phone before you realize. And we're extremely excited that Opus AI is one of the, I don't know of anything else that works like it in this industry or in this division. Or so just watching this this chart about how long things take to implement and become commonplace, the cell phone's already here, and obviously money is changing, and it's gonna happen at the snap of a finger, and everybody's gonna be like, yep, this is what I'm using now. And the other thing we go back to was fiat. They printed $6 trillion. They didn't really print it, they just added a zero to everybody's banking column for those guys. But they're not going to print money anymore. They introduced Fed Now, and they're just going to go, oh, you have a wallet now. The Fed Now is going to have an app, and everybody's going to get a Fed Now coin, and it's going to be on their phone. And
and everybody, you're great point, and that's a great chart, Tim, because that's what you got to look at. A lot of us have been collecting these stamps, right? And you're going around, and just look at what you're doing, right? We talk about proof of ownership. Everything you did have been proving what you've been doing, right? You've been going on X and interacting and having fun and getting on spaces. Maybe you came up as a speaker. You've been jumping over here in YouTube and doing things and that like that. You have proof that you've done this, right? that's why this is all, it's completely different when we talk about a new financial system, the ownership economy, internet, all data. We were able to share information. If you wanted to create a website, blah, 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 you could get on these big social platforms, but they kept everything. If you don't see and understand what this smart key is doing, and you're able, with just that number, it doesn't have your name, doesn't have your address, you didn't do anything. Most you ever put on is your city, and that's just so you could be put on the map and everybody sees all the energy that you're producing, your GMs, right? That smart key, it's keeping all of a track of all your activity, your ownership, what you're doing, right? It's incredible. Like it's this new layer that is being added to, like you just said, cell phones and the internet. It's leveraging that, Tim. Yeah. I mean, that's great.
Those two things that, most people know and can't live without. So once you just add in your finances to it. Another thing we talked about back on a different show was that 76% of people manage their own finances. They don't even have financial advisors.
Right.
So they're going to start getting, I mean, it's the same reason the drug companies, advertise those drugs, because, they want people to be aware of what options are available to them. And
Right.
so, they're going to be pushing these Bitcoin ads out, because most people, as you see, 33 million Americans have some form of crypto. People have to know, people have to believe that this is the next wave, and they have to learn that this is going to be real.
Right. 100%.
I like how the clothes washer took a dip.
Yeah. Clothes washer, and it took a long time for the dryer to catch up to that too. They were like, okay, we'll wash them, but
it kind of looks like the
hang them out on the line.
This kind of looks like the Solana meme token chart from a couple weeks ago. I mean, their names are like that, Like I seen this token last week called Honda Civic, and then used car, and there was a token that blasted off called Your Mom. I was like, dude, where y'all get these names? It's goofy, but.
Well, it's funny. It's all just meme stuff, right? But going into, like, kind of just piggybacking on what you're saying, that's why you need to come over here, monstermy.city, hit the game, right? Scroll down, click that button, enter the game. And when you see, again, all of a sudden, there might be thousands of people just piling in. Yeah. And this is closed, everybody. we're trying to tell you things. It's not like I keep coming back here for any reason. Once it's closed, you're not on that, right? You're not on that list anymore. Right? Your friends that you haven't told or did anything, family member, they're not on that list anymore. We talk about, again, ownership economy, you're going to scan this thing. You're always going to be known as the first whatever, right? This game that's opening up. It's going to be everywhere. Why wouldn't you kind of, let people know and just get the thing, right? You need to do that. Yeah.
And they will hate you for it. Imagine, just take the NFT project, the NFT craze. Imagine if you had a Bored Ape and your cousin was like, I know what Bored Apes are. You got one of those? You didn't tell me about that. You didn't tell me about that. That's the way this is going to be. This is going to be huge. And they're going to know that you're part of this. And they're going to be like, dude, there's a QR code. Why didn't you tell me?
Right.
It's better to tell them and say, I told you so, than it is to get that,
Well, and I know everybody, like if you've been here a couple of years, you've been telling them about this or that, or this coin or this NFT. That, listen, this is an app. Get the app, download the thing. That's it. I mean, it's easy, right? That's why you need to do it, because again, that is something they'll be pissed about, Sniper. It's true. So get out, get that thing going. Because again, all of a sudden you might see 5,000 on there and it's closed. It's over, right? Yeah, big tranche.
Yeah,
right?
And don't sell it. Don't sell it as crypto. Just keep it simple. No. It's a game. It's a game.
It's a game.
And you're gonna be excited you got in down the road. End of case. End of story. So that's simple.
Yeah, download it. Help be on my team. We're gonna go get some loot. There you go. It doesn't have to be more than that, right? I want you on my team. I like hanging out with you. Whatever.
Would you say, Ray? Did you say DJ Firefer? Did you say get the loot?
Get the loot. Get the loot.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Did you just say get the loot?
I think so. Right here. Get the loot. Get the loot. Get the loot. Good call.
What?
What?
You know what I need to right after that? Can we have the longer video with the dancing guy across the stage?
Oh, which one?
I need-
The pump it up?
Yeah.
You love it. I love it. Are we ready for it?
I need it right now.
Here we go.
Ray Freeze.
Yes.
I love it.
Grapefruit juice bar 2. Grapefruit.
Oh yeah.
We have grapefruit juice at bar 2, grapefruit juice at bar 2.
That's
Just
it.
in
man.
case you think I'm not at work. But the non-coin, the coiner,
Yeah.
she's the best.
She is the best. You know what I like? I like the institutions, and I like the guy dancing in the front. He's just he's having a
I
good
like
time.
the guy who can dance. I've seen him before, but I don't know what kind of dance it is. His feet barely move, and he's just all over the dance floor. I'm like, dude, that's talent right there, man. I'm
That's
like,
skill, huh? That's it.
it is skill.
Well, that's why I'm telling you, you got to find your group, man. You need to. And again, if you're, just comfortable with being in those things with, that you're on the outskirts, or you hear all this blue chip stuff, Bitcoin ETH and, Solana, that's fine. Right. But I'm just telling you, you want to get the max goodness, right? You need to find a group that's just kind of doing their thing, right? Just rolling this out. And this is just rolling out. And it's as easy as downloading an app and scanning that QR code, and you're in the game, right? And you have proof that you're in the game. So very cool. Appreciate you guys.
I just want to point out over here, it says when it opens, the loot items include monster mint codes, digital collectibles, perks, points, cool experiences, and now grapefruit juice.
Oh, grapefruit juice. There you go.
FOMO's going to provide the grapefruit juice.
I love it. That's it. Maybe some wine. Yeah. No.
Whatever you need.
I didn't even.
We need to get the perks to say fire perks.
Fire perks. Not
Fire perks.
Fire perks, man.
Fire.
Yes.
Maybe
Maybe
fireworks and perks.
maybe DJ Fireworks shows up at your birthday.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Dos Equis bar 2.
Dos Equis bar 2.
Before we bounce off,
Yeah.
before we bounce off, I found a cool chart. If you pull it
Yes.
in.
Oh, chart.
Love charts. Here, let me pull it up. I got it.
It's the y'all remember when you showed the gold ETF, the Omega candle after that, because it was zoomed out, right?
Yeah.
And I said I was going to look this up, and I kind of found something cool. Look at this right here. Y'all see how that it kind of when it launches, it kind of pulled back. It's doing the same thing Bitcoin is doing right now, and it did that for what? Maybe a few months. Looks like.
Yep.
Here, 2004, between 2004 and 2005, and then bloof, it was gone.
Ooh.
So that's what you summarized this whole show.
It is. It's crazy, man. That's a good chart.
That's recursive right there.
That's recursive. That's right.
Damn it!
Well,
I didn't get in there.
You know they got it. And I know they've been getting their ducks in a row, man. But I'm just saying, they have to be starting to trying to get some more Bitcoin. They're accumulating more and more and more. I mean, they gotta get as much as they can, because again, once it goes, bro, I mean, you won't see barely anyone trying to sell that, and you won't see them coming back from those decentralized wallets. They're not going to be going back to central exchange, right? They're gone for good, man. They're off the system, and they're out. And that's like I said, it's kind of wild, man. Because again, it hasn't been anything. It's not like this. I mean, gold. That takes some work to get out, and obviously, I think for me, again, personal opinion, of course, I think that market is manipulated as well. We talk about paper gold and paper silver stocks. The other amazing thing with Bitcoin, man, maybe people don't realize it and give it enough, props for, is the transparency, right? Just like at Ethereum, right? Just like that, You can go to Etherscan. You can look at any transaction. You won't know the person if you don't know what the wallet is or who they are, but you can see anything or any kind of transaction through these chains, and that's pretty amazing, right?
Absolutely.
But great stuff, bro. Appreciate it. So we went longer than an hour. I told them what we weren't going to be more than an hour. So all good.
Scan that code.
Scan that
Scan it.
code. That's
Share
right.
it. Share our stamps. Right
All
there.
stamp.
Make it happen.
That's it. There was no questions in the comments, is there? I'll go back through. It's all good. Oh, look, there you go. I'm gonna start with this one. Antoine asked, "What about the cake? What about the cake,
He
FOMO?
wants his cake and wants to eat it too.
You're muted. You're muted.
He said early on he had to get rid of it.
I had to get rid of it.
For safety
reasons.
For safety reasons.
I probably ate a third of it, and which was a third too much, and I had to throw it away.
Yep. Right. I agree, George. 23 likes. Come on, people. Clickety, clickety. I like it. Smash the like button. Woohoo. Crypto women. That's what I'm talking about. There are. Absolutely. I know. It's just that it says that, it's more dominant, but that's because we're crazy people. Men are a little off sometimes. we get a little wild. And here we go. I heard India outlawed crypto today. Today, Rob?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they outlawed foreign crypto exchanges like Binance, and KuCoin. So they may have something internally in the works, or who knows. But like that chart you showed, they're 30% of their population owns crypto, so they may be like, "Hey, we got to get control of this. We're losing control of our financial market over here." So who knows?
Yes. And I agree. QR codes are taking over the world. That is a very important thing. That box up there with Tim is going to be very unique. Going to be able to do a lot of things with that right there. I think that's it for the questions because I'm scrolling through. Here we go. Let's see what this says. This is Will. When looting, could we find a wild card stamp that could fill a missing stamp?
Ooh, that is great.
Will. Look at see, that is very interesting. We'll submit it to Monster My City. Will, I think that's an amazing idea. But we're talking about
it's like you call it an Uno card.
I need an Uno card because I missed the Ray stamp. I need
that. Did you miss?
No, I mean
I'll trade a few GMs for that one.
There you go.
I need to draw 4.
That's it.
I need to draw 4.
Draw 4. Yeah.
I got to draw from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock the next day.
And I like this right here. Appreciate it, Apex. 100%. Monsters are bringing hope back to humanity, and we all are all a part of it. Yes, we are. That's the goal, man. We're going to go do some cool things and go change the world, man. So very cool. Let's see. I think that's it, though, guys. I'm looking for commercials. I'm not trying to skip everybody if we didn't go through everybody.
I think Cheesehead wins the show. I love that idea.
It is. We'll submit it.
I'm gonna vote that up.
We'll definitely put that in. Everybody, put that in the. Take that. Put that in the comments, right? Maybe we can get Monster My City to see that, right?
Yeah.
You put that in the comments, and then you put the hashtag, Monster My City. Yeah.
Great idea.
You're muted.
Vote it up.
Not in the comments right now, but after the show.
After the show comments, you put that in. I think that's a good one. And we'll end it with this because I love it too, Connie. I love connectivity. I love it. Both connectivity and connectivity. Right on. So appreciate y'all. And, great show. Thank you all. And
thank you.
Have a happy Saturday. And I will see you over on Spaces.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to say hi. I've been behind the stamp the whole show.
And just know Apex, they're going to be doing monster mobbing over in Spaces. You got to pop back over there. And, it's been a great thing. A lot of people have been kind of, really, kind of pulling up people. I think they're going to be less with the pulling up and, stay kind of anonymous like they've been doing. Let it make it more, kind of mystery, right? I think that's a cool idea for them to just figure it out and they'll come over. But make sure you're on the Monster Mobs They're doing cool things over there with these showing love for these different communities. They definitely recognize it. And the more people that participate, the more powerful it is, right? So if you're not over there, get back over there on X and join the mob, monster mobs, and get it going. Get it going, get it going. Ready?
Get it, gotta get it.
Thank you, guys.
Let's go.
See you at 1 o'clock when the new stamp comes out.
Let's go, and I'll end with the jam. Yeah.
Do it.
Get the loot, get the loot. What? Get the loot, get the loot. Better get it, better get it.